What's up guys, Modern Blitz here, hope you're all doing great. So today we are installing an oil catch can on the MazdaSpeed 3 we have over there. I have it on little stands. Yeah, I could probably jack it up a little bit higher, but I think that'll work. But we're going to go ahead and install Mishimoto's oil catch can today. So I have it all laid out here, minus the phone. So it's all laid out here. We're just going to assemble it. I'm just going to go ahead and put the catch can on the brackets. So, because right now this car is completely stock and the oil catch can will help with the longevity of the engine, and it's always good to have one of those in a turbocharged car. As you can see, there is a little blueprint of where everything goes, so that'll help us out in the installment. But we're going to go ahead and assemble the oil catch can onto the bracket first. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take off the bolts on top of the oil catch can here. They are a 2.5mm Allen key. Just loosen them up and then put them on the bracket. That one's loosened. We're going to go ahead with the other one. That one's loosened. And the last one. There we go. Alright, once they're loosened, you can just unscrew them. I want to put them on the bracket ahead of time, make things easier for me. Because if not, it's going to be a lot harder once it's already in the car. We're just going to go ahead and unscrew all these. Alright, so once I unscrewed all of them, we're going to go ahead and put the inlet and outlets in first. I got some Permatics thread sealant, so we're going to put some of that on the thread, and then we're just going to twist it in. I think it's 5/8 on the threads, but I'm going to check to make sure. Alright, so with the screws out, we're going to go ahead and put the inlet and outlets inserts in. So I have Permatics thread sealant, that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the thread and just tighten it. Now I don't know if it actually needs this thread sealant, I'm just going to put it on just to help. I just don't want it coming undone because there's going to be some pressure going through. Since this is the oil catch can after all. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put some thread sealant on. Should be good. Don't want to go too crazy. Put those in. Okay, that's one. I'll do the same over there. I might put a little too much thread sealant on, so I'm not going to put as much on this time. Well, just a little bit. Good. Right. Put this guy on. Hold it level, make it easier. Come on. There we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tighten these. I'm going to use 11/16. That's what seemed to fit for me, what I have in my toolbox. Turn them around, make sure they're nice and tight. So, a little snug, and she's good. Same thing with this side, make sure it's nice and tight. And she's snug. Okay, just like that, they're in nice and tight. Not too bad. Just gonna make sure they're tight. Should be good to go. Yep, don't want to over tighten it, just make sure it's tight enough. And then once we tighten those down, we're gonna go ahead and mount the oil catch can on this bracket right here. So undoing this oil catch can, you have your baffle and you know your intake is to prevent anything bad from going in there. Pretty deep, good size oil catch can. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put those screws back in. Should line it up just like this. Screws should go back in. Make sure the inlets are facing out this way. You do not want them facing the back way because this is gonna go against the frame of the car and you won't be able to reach your outlets. Well, I don't even think it'll bolt up right because your little outlets are gonna be hitting the frame. But we're just gonna hand tighten these in for right now, and then we'll tighten them down with the Allen wrench. Gonna tighten it. Doesn't need to be crazy tight, just tight enough. Just like that. We have our oil catch can all set up. It's gonna be a little bit at an angle. That's the way it's designed. But yeah, cool. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and unbolt the under tray, the plastic piece right here, so we can reach in where we need to mount the oil catch can. It's only 10mm bolts. You should see them all the way around there. So like up in the corner here, all the way down the side. There should be some on this side near the wheel well. Alright guys, so inside the engine, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out so I can show you what the PVC valve is. So this is the front bumper right here. We are on the passenger side over here on the left. Okay, the driver's side's on the right. We're on the left side of the car. Okay, we're gonna come up here underneath the car. Okay, your oil filters is over here, right over there. And then your PVC valve is way up in there. So you can kind of see it. See if I can get you guys a better angle. It's really hard. PVC valve is this black part right here, and the connection of it is on top of the line on the other side of this braided coolant looking line here. That's what we have to unplug, and it connects all the way over to the throttle body. Try and get you guys in there too. All the way up top, right there. Let me see if I can get my finger in there so I can point. The throttle body right here. So that's what we have to unclip. It's going to be really hard to film it, so I'm just going to show you the before and after, because there's no way I can get in here and show you guys that just by myself. Alright guys, so I took the piece off. I just used the zip tie method to help with the hose clamp. That's what it looks like. So now, we go under here, you should see the opening right here on the throttle body, and then the PCV valve up here. That one's on too. Let's see if I can move it, or it's off, sorry, not on. Man, I can't get my hand in there. A pain in the butt, but that one's off too, as you can see. So now we're gonna put oil catch can, just gonna bolt up. See if I can get over there. Gonna bolt up right where those two bolts are on the battery bracket. That's where our oil catch can is gonna go. Alright guys, so I went ahead and installed the oil pan. I left my oil pickup. I went ahead and installed it. Bolt's here. And there's another bolt right under there. You can kind of see it. I bolted it up, put the inlet and outlet in. What we're gonna do now is put the first hose on, which is gonna be the inside. Let's see if I can move around a little bit. The inside right here is gonna go to the PCV up there, and what we're gonna use from the Mishimoto kit. Get it back outside. So what we're gonna use in the Mishimoto kit is gonna be the one without the check valve. So straight, and then it has a little bend to it. That's the one that's gonna connect. The straight side is gonna go into the inside. The bend side is gonna go to the PCV valve. We're gonna go ahead and install that. Again, it's hard to film it, so I'll show you the before and after and where I routed it to. Alright guys, so this is how I routed it. I have it connected here to the little catch can right here. And then it follows all the way up into the PCV valve. Kind of see it up there. Trying my best to show you guys. Right up there. The next one. So we're gonna put the out in, and that's gonna go into the throttle body. So this part right here. It's gonna go into the throttle body up there. That opening that you can see. And I'll get back to you when I get that done. Alright guys, so we got everything installed. I'm going to show you the last one to the throttle body. It is a pain in the butt, I'll let you know that now, and I'm sorry I couldn't film too much. It was really hard to. There's like barely any place to even, if I were to film, to put the camera in, you probably wouldn't be able to see anything because I'd be in the way. So I'm just going to run down everything I did. Alright, so we have all the hoses running. The throttle body one, which is this guy right here, this first one. I have it running all the way up into that opening we were looking at earlier. So it should be up in there. Right there. And then I zip tied them right here so they wouldn't go into the fans. I just didn't know with them moving around where they'll go, so I zip tied that. Now we're gonna start her up and see what happens. Everything's tight. Checked it. Always make sure everything's tight. I took the air box out just to make it easier to reach the bolts. If you need to know, if you guys need to know, I left my resistor in there. I just put the screws in, the bolts in, and just held it in there. And then I could just put my air box back on. It just made it easier instead of taking everything off. I also made sure, if you look at the hex nut, that there's slide all the way over to the left, just so you have more room. You don't want it to be hitting your shifter at all, or your pivot shaft, like your gear selector. So make sure that those are moved over. But we're all done here. We're gonna go ahead and start it up and see what happens. Alright, so I bolted everything back up, plugged in the map sensor again. We're gonna start it up and see what she does. I hope you guys enjoyed and hope this video was helpful. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.